Hey, this is the Big Shamrock, aka Manny Shackout, the master of Shack Food, and you are tuned in to the OnlyFans podcast. Now hit that like and subscribe button and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the OnlyFans podcast.
OnlyFans.
What's up?
Where we talk as much shit as we do basketball.
OnlyFans.
Exceedingly well. Fucking tastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the OnlyFans podcast.
Hello, welcome to
Thank you for tuning in to this week's justifiably joyous and jovial edition of the one and only, the only fans podcast. Unfortunately, no nudes here on the table, just NBA news. I'm joined today by Yashua Binko.
What's up, folks?
And the one and only producer extraordinaire, D to the Broogs.
Hello.
And tonight we have the pleasure of reporting on the newest development in the finals race.
Yes.
Bucks and 6.
Bucks and 6 is becoming a reality. And are we about to see Giannis stamp his ticket to the Hall of Fame, the NBA Hall of Fame, at age 26?
I think so.
Are the bust masters, I don't know what they're called, the bust makers preparing his bust right now?
The bustiers.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
But
I think it's bustier.
But the bustiers.
That's a different thing, I think.
No, the bustiers I think might be different.
No, I think bustier is a different thing.
Either way, I think I think Giannis, instead of having a bust, I guess that's a mold or something. I don't know what a bust is. Maybe it is a sculpture, but he needs to be sculpted out of whatever Greek sculptures are sculpted out of for the NBA Hall of Fame.
Stone?
Yeah,
Marble.
I need a Michelangelo David, except just a naked Giannis dunking on Chris Paul.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
A naked Giannis with, like, his truck nuts hanging underneath.
Yes.
I like the bottom point of the sculpture is truck nut. Well, I guess
Definitely.
Chris Paul's feet. But, yeah.
So do you think, speaking of the alley-oop of Game 5, which really clinched the win for them, do you think that was a dirty play by Chris Paul? Do you think he should have been ejected?
I think it comes back to Chris Paul being a bet.
Yeah.
Chris Paul being a littler guy that didn't really affect his trajectory that much, because we saw a similar block with Giannis
I agree.
and Booker, where
100%.
everybody was like, "Oh, you got to tee him up for that. You got to tee him up."
It was tit for tat there.
It was the exact
totally
same thing.
Agree.
But he's not just like a little tiny, like,
Yeah.
how tall is Chris Paul? Like 5'10"?
He's like 6'3" or
He's
whatever.
like 5'10" out there, and of course he's not going to affect the flight path of Giannis at all.
No, I think it is tit for tat there. That's a good point. When he fouled Booker, that was when the whistle was actually called before, but he didn't know it because it was so loud.
That's right, yeah. Ayton got
But
the
that is
foul.
a good point. I was gonna bring that up if you didn't, because yeah, I mean, Chris Paul essentially did what Giannis did. And it's good. I mean, Jokic would have been ejected for either of them, but
Did get ejected
yes,
in
for
their
something,
playoff run.
yeah, for not going for the ball,
Right.
even though he was. But yeah, I mean, Giannis looks like he's gonna lock up, and after 2 MVPs, gonna get a finals victory, get the championship.
If he wins this, he is more accomplished than LeBron or Jordan earlier in his career.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just
He's 26.
statistically,
It is insane.
categorically.
I didn't know that was like his age. I thought he would. If you told me before this, I would have probably guessed 28, 29.
Well, he's such a good communicator.
Yeah,
Honestly,
exactly.
like,
He's very mature.
you see a lot of foreign dudes in the NBA and they get interviewed post game, and it's like, I'm having a hard time following you. Joker at times has fallen into that category, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, that's because he doesn't speak the language.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're saying he's such a good communicator?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Giannis
definitely.
is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sorry, I missed. I thought you said because Jokic falls into the other category where he has trouble communicating with the media.
I think so.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's partially because Giannis has more command of the English language than Jokic. Also, Giannis is just more adept at social media. I don't know if you saw the viral clip of him going like talking about just like I don't know, being a freak or whatever. It was great. No, so getting back to Giannis, I'm sorry, that was a little convoluted. We need to clip in there.
You had nothing to add to anything there.
Yeah. No, Giannis in the alley-oop. It's such a great play and it's such a great picture because when you look at it, you see LeBron James in the background, just stone-faced and angry.
Yeah.
Next to him, you see Adele just gasping.
Right.
And I guess Rich Paul is in there somewhere.
Is that his like
His sport, like his agent? Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes all the deals.
I think isn't he supposed to be like dating Adele now?
Yeah, which is insane. Like what?
Kinda.
I thought Adele was married.
No, Adele's
She
perfectly
divorced?
single.
She's single. She's dating LeBron's agent.
Oh.
That's the storyline here.
All the tangled webs we weave.
Yeah. And this guy, he's not just LeBron's agent either. He's like everybody who is
He's
anybody
like,
in the NBA's agent.
Yeah, he's the super agent of the NBA.
Is it like
He's-
Entourage? What's his name? Ari? Or
Yeah.
Artie Gold? Or
Yeah,
is it?
like,
Goldman?
it-
Something?
essentially
That's pretty
him-
much who he is.
He
the
for
NBA.
actors, he is for the NBA.
Okay.
Like what Ari Gold is for actors, he is to the NBA. But it is, I don't know. There's something fishy about this Rich Paul Adele relationship that I just don't understand. Because Rich Paul has used LeBron James to get to like, I just feel like somebody's using somebody and I don't know who it is. I can't figure it out. Either Rich Paul is using Adele to like increase his celebrity status and like get to the next singer, I feel like. Or Adele's using him to maybe like jump ship and like launch her NBA career as a dater, you know, if you know what I'm saying.
Fair?
Or maybe it's just like too perfect of a match for my brain to comprehend.
I think I'm on the train that it's that one, personally.
It does. I don't know. I don't
Who's
know.
the next singer though? Like who?
Yeah,
who's
above Adele.
Yeah,
That is a good point.
like Lady Gaga,
Especially like this
Sia?
is like peak Adele.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
Like
What do
if
you mean by that, Adam? What do you mean by that?
I just
You mean because she lost all that weight? Now she's at her peak.
I mean that she's gorgeous right now. I'm trying to pay her a compliment.
Wait, you're saying she wasn't gorgeous before?
Well, she's just more my type now.
Okay.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I respect that. And I
Yeah.
feel like everyone should respect that.
See, I like somewhere Adele in between, you know? Like
Adele
maybe
in between. What do you mean? In between what?
in between where she was and where she is.
I'm with you on that too.
You know.
I like a little
little
thicker
bit.
Adele, but
A little bit more on the waist and ass, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Well, that's you know what, Josh. That's also fair.
Yeah.
I choose to respect that as well.
you know what? We can get along, people.
I think
Exactly.
it's good when we all respect each other.
It's okay.
Yeah. Somebody tell
I
him.
don't hate you.
And so back to game 5. It was probably the best game of the series so far. It went down to the like final minute or two.
And it started out with the Suns up 16, man.
Yeah, the Suns in the first quarter. It was essentially a story of the Suns giving the Bucks their best punch, and then the Bucks answering with their punches back. And the
Yeah.
Suns had nothing.
Numerous punches back.
Yeah,
Top 3 scorers for the Bucks scored 88 points
Yeah.
that game.
all over 20 or 25 or something like
Yeah.
that. It's insane.
Khris Middleton just
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about Khris Middleton,
Uh-oh.
I've got a couple.
Appletini?
coming out of the woodwork to
I've got a couple new nicknames for you guys.
and also can we just note like right off the bat that I think he owes us a thank you
Yes.
for the extra criticism that we've supplied him with this
Mhm.
season to propel him to new heights.
Exactly. I agree.
I mean, I know what you're saying. Like Khris
Holy shit,
Middleton's
we
got
made him.
how many rings, you know?
Yeah.
But this one is on us.
Well, he's got 0 rings in this one. The first one.
Playoffs appearances. He has
Okay.
like more playoff appearances than anybody,
Yeah.
basically. That's what I
Um,
meant to say. I apologize.
No, you're good. Okay, so I got a couple new nicknames to run by you guys.
Okay.
So Drew Holiday, I got Rue the Day Drew Holiday. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's like a sick 3-pointer or
Rue the Day. Drew
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that's
could
more
see
of
an
a saying,
announcer-
though.
no,
Okay.
but I could see an announcer coming in hot with that after a sweet 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rue the day, Drew Holiday from beyond the tray or some shit like
that's
that.
good. Yeah.
And that's his run back when they're like zooming in on him while he's like throwing up one of these, you know.
Exactly.
So I'm with it.
There's
That was the first time you've come with a nickname that I couldn't just outwardly bash.
Because there's something there that is good. It's not honestly. It would be better if his name wasn't Holiday. If it was like Callaway. It was like Rue the Day Callaway.
Uh-huh. No, but I
this
like
day
this.
rhymed with day gets a little old, you know. But Middleton. So I came up with this nickname all by myself. It's called the Horseface Killer.
Oh, I like that.
Ghostface Killer, Horseface Killer.
Oh.
Yeah.
You came up with that alone, huh?
Yeah. No, I was just like watching the game and I was like, dude, like we've joked about him having a horse face.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer. I was like,
No, I
Horseface
mean, I
Killer.
think everybody probably follows you down the path that you're going.
Yeah.
But like, you're saying that, like, on camera, that you, under testimony, under perjury, came up with that on your own, of your own volition. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying right
Look
now.
at that smile on his face.
Yeah, it was a good nickname, right? Do you like that one? Is that a good one you agree with, or what do you think of that one?
Oh,
Adam?
I love that one. I feel
Yeah.
like I have like paternal.
You're proud.
I am. Yeah,
can
I'm
see it.
proud of it. Like a dad.
Yeah.
Almost like I made it. You know, like almost like it was of my loins and not yours. Which
Yeah,
it apparently
it's
is.
such a good nickname that you almost feel like you came up with.
that I want to take ownership, but it's just the fact that like
Oh, he hates you right now. That's how proud he is.
yeah, but that's because I actually came up with that.
Oh, you
And-
did.
And this guy's a little fucking shitbag who
Now let's see that smile.
Adam, if you came up with it, would you have the Twitter handle for it,
Ooh.
or would the person who came up with it have the Twitter
Oh.
handle for it?
you went out and you took that Twitter handle.
He
I mean-
trademarked it. He built a website around
I'm
it.
just
He's got
saying,
a
like-
merchant store going online.
Did you really get that Twitter handle though?
I had this good name.
Did you
and
really though?
It was on the list to do, and
And it didn't get done.
I'm gonna change it at break. I'm gonna change it to it. I'm so pissed I didn't think of it because it was on the list to do. But I'll
It's a
get it.
good one. Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna be Khris Middleton's burner.
Yeah, no, and as much as I hate you for claiming
Yes.
my genius,
Yeah.
I respect the fact that you're finding ways to market my genius.
Yeah.
And anytime you can do that, you're actually helping
Yeah.
us.
Well, when
which
I
is
claim
good.
your genius, I think your genius is good.
That's true. Yeah.
But
I can't
no,
hold it all
so
either. So
horse-
somebody else has to take
Ah.
some.
Horseface
You know what I
Killer,
mean?
like
There's
that-
not enough time in a day.
I
Exactly.
lose some of it sometimes.
So back to game 5 a little bit. Khris Middleton did kill it. We'll go back to game 4 and we'll really talk about a little bit more about Khris Middleton. But game 5, Danny, what's the douchiest way to count?
Oh yeah. So if you were
Clearly
like,
by tens.
By what?
Tens. I don't know.
Like
but
10,
really
20?
think about it. Think about it.
If you're to
Like,
count
if
1
you-
through
if
10.
you're counting down somebody's shot clock for their free throw,
Yes.
and you're just trying to be a pain in the ass, like, what's the douchiest way you could think of to count down their free throw time?
And this is when it's perfect, folks, to have a producer that doesn't watch the NBA.
Who doesn't pay attention to the NBA at all?
Because he
Because
doesn't know what
everybody
to
at home knows exactly what we're referring
But I know
to.
how to work the gear.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Exactly.
So what's the douchiest way to count, Danny?
I would say probably, I don't know where you're going with this, but I would say like saying 1 Mississippi.
that's
Two
pretty
Mississippi.
douchey.
Yeah,
I
that is
like
pretty
that.
douchey.
I like
Instead
that.
of like 1 without.
Now let
2
me paint
without.
you.
So with a
word
visual,
picture.
with a visual and people watching you, what's the douchiest way to count?
There you go.
People are watching me.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you're just waving a hand every time you count 1, 2.
Yeah, like a referee in like a wrestling match or something. You know,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
That's actually,
Two.
I think that's really good. I think your first example of 4, but this one like a 7
Mhm.
on the scale of douchiness.
Maybe if he's doing like a 4 Mississippi, combine them both.
Yeah.
That's even extra douchey.
Or he's got somebody behind him with like a Mississippi. But
Yeah.
let me pose to you an 11 on that same Richter scale.
Yes.
During the game 5,
Yep.
Suns fan, are you gonna show him? Because everyone else has seen it. We don't need to clip this. Suns fan has a stack of hundreds. At least like, what do you think? 20 of them?
Yeah, I was gonna
And he's
say
counting
2 to at
1,
least 3 to 5 grand.
2,
Oh,
3.
that is the douchiest
4.
thing.
Total douche canoe move. And yeah, owning it. They go back to him every
You know, if he
single
loses
time.
that, he can't pay rent.
Oh, he's getting his ass kicked the minute he leaves the stadium.
Oh, I hope there's some gangsters in Phoenix who are watching the game.
From
and-
outside the stadium.
Mhm.
Yeah. And just
Yep.
done.
It's probably the same thing that happened to DC. Oh, skip past that. No, so that is the douchiest way to count, I think, is by hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And I don't know. I just can't stand. We had the take first. While the internet and everybody else was loving the Suns fans, we had the take that the Bucks fans are just hardy Midwestern people.
Yeah.
Not fucking douchebags that count by hundreds.
They're good folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're
Exact-
just good folks.
They're good folk.
They're good folks.
100%.
Is this season even like about the teams at this point, or is it just about the fan bases? Is this like a battle of fan bases?
It
I
gets
feel like there's a lot of
little-
like contention happening. I don't hear much about basketball. I just
Yeah.
hear about the fans.
It gets a
as of
little
late.
aggressive this time of year, especially when you have a dirtbag organization filled with bottom-feeding scum like the Phoenix Suns and their fan base.
I would just like to take this moment to say that
I'm sure there's some that are cool, and we would love for them to
Yeah.
check out our podcast and still
Yeah.
be, down with us because we can have different opinions.
I'm just saying I'd root for the Suns almost any other almost any other Eastern Conference team except for the Bucks. Like Nets rooting for the Suns. Heat. Celtics still rooting for the Suns. I'm rooting for the Suns over a lot of people, but Philly definitely rooting for the Suns.
You're absolutely right.
Go Philly.
You know,
If only to prove that Embiid is just a lazy bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Um,
If only to prove that it's a lot easier to compile stats when you only play 44 games.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a step back to Game 4, and so that was like the Khris Middleton game.
Yeah.
Talking about Horseface Killer here.
Absolutely. Away.
Yep.
So- A clutch performance.
Mhm.
Much needed performance.
Yes.
No, this is game 4.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
this
that
was
was
at home.
away.
No, this was at home. This was at home for the Bucks. Khris Middleton at home came through big.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
My bad.
No, we both knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
We just got there at different times.
Right.
Right, Danny?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So Khris Middleton legacy game. He was coming off a pretty big game before still, but like this was his game this series. And he put his stamp on it. He put 41 up and they won. But people are arguing that it's not a legacy game necessarily because he didn't have the biggest play of the game, which was the block.
Yeah.
The block.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you see somebody guard the pick or the alley and the oop?
Right.
So I was going to say the pick and roll, the alley and the oop.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Giannis was acting on pure instincts here. And I mean, it was just an incredible play.
To hear him describe it was some of the coolest shit.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, so much self-awareness goes into being able to break down your like raw, unadulterated, like
Instincts.
it pretty much is, but he's just got that basketball IQ that
Yeah.
he saw it before it happened
Mhm.
and reacted to it before it went down. Did just enough on Chris Paul to make him make the pass, basically, you know. And at the end of the day, like once you know that he's already looking for that pass, he's gonna take it.
Definitely.
And you want to get away as a defender from Chris Paul as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So good on him.
Yeah.
Could have been a foul very easily.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It was just him meeting Ayton at the rim, who had been hyped up, like, you know, in the Western Conference series and like coming through the Western Conference. And Ayton's a hell of a player. I've said that.
Western Conference was some of the best Aiden ever, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like for sure.
So I mean, this makes you kind of like wonder, like, where does this lie in the history of blocks? You know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Do you have your top 3 for the top blocks in history?
I selected my top 3 blocks historically, and I sent them to Daniel
All right.
discreetly.
All right.
I want you to
So,
go first, Adam.
Adam's going first.
My takes.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
waiting on you.
Boom.
Okay, so best block in history.
Okay.
Number 1. I'm starting
Okay.
right
I like
at the
that.
top. because I didn't know if we were going to go back to back. You know, like I get one, you get one.
Yeah.
And we're drafting them. But this is where I landed. So Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, 1993.
Okay.
Not just one block, but in the course of like 20 seconds, not 20 seconds, 7 seconds, you have a block from Horace Grant.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jordan's onto the basket and pretty much like strips the ball.
Yeah.
Somehow he recovers it. It's like, can't remember his first name, Smith.
Yeah.
Charles Smith. Somehow recovers the ball, goes up for another shot, blocked from right behind by Pippen, gets the ball again, goes up for another shot, blocked again by Pippen.
Okay.
Jordan recovers the ball, drives and scores. And that's like 15 seconds left in the game. And they get up by 1.
Damn.
So, like, for me, a good block is at a good time.
Mhm.
You know, to put in all
Definitely.
that effort, it's about when you do it more than
agree.
like what happens.
Yes.
So my top 3 are heavily weighted in importance. You know, like when it happened and why it happened. So yeah.
I think I recall seeing that one on The Last Dance. I think
Yeah.
it was that important.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was on The Last Dance.
So what's your number 2?
Number 2 is Giannis on Aiden.
I like that.
I have
Yes.
to put it in
Yep.
there.
It's that big.
Recency is
Yep.
important, obviously. That's going to be a factor, but it was again at the end of the game, right before the alley-oop.
No, this was a different game. This is a
Or
game.
no, but right before,
Right before the game-winning shot, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the lead at the time. It was a clutch moment.
It was.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've already said a lot about that one. And do you want my number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of a deep dig,
Okay.
but
I like it.
not a huge fan of Reggie Miller, so I like anytime he gets
Yeah.
stuffed. 2004, Tayshaun Prince.
Okay.
Pistons are up, so it's like 69-67. This would have tied it
Yes.
back up. 30 seconds left in the game. It's really like the kind of block that LeBron rips off all the time.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like come from behind,
Chase down,
down, like
yeah.
out of nowhere. Of course, nobody's looking for
Yeah.
me right now. And then he just kind of like
I mean, he did it
snipes
first time.
He did, yeah. So this is like the origination.
Okay.
Some people might want to put
Yeah.
a LeBron dunk in the top 3.
Mm.
Personally, I don't.
mean, in all history?
Right, all time.
I mean, yours were a little focused, so, I mean,
Focus.
yeah. I mean, we're talking all history.
I think he
Can
did good. I mean, I think
yeah,
those are good
pretty
picks.
good, pretty good.
93,
Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
and 2004.
Yeah, I mean, we are working like 6,000 years here. Dan, can you get to mine?
Yeah.
6,000 years? Basketball hasn't been around that long.
No, we're doing best
been
blocks
around a
in
while,
history, bro.
right?
We're doing best blocks in history.
Why would you do this to me?
I mean, like a little Eurocentric, North American centric. All right, so my first one is the Western Stone. This is like 150 kilogram, or 100,
Look
yeah.
at that
It's
block,
a giant
dude.
ass block. This is one of the okay, it's a little bit of a homer pick because it is one of the blocks in the temple in Jerusalem.
Was this built in the pyramid times?
No, it was Jerusalem. It was during the pyramid.
That's
It was a
pretty
little after.
close.
Actually heavier than most of the blocks in the pyramids.
Jesus, that is a good block, dude.
It's that's a pretty good block.
Holy God, that was a good pick.
I hate you.
All right, so I mean, we're doing all history here. The greatest blocks in all of history.
Do your homework, bro.
Number 2, and I mean, I was considering this for number 1. It's the blockade of Germany from 1939 to 1945.
Oh, that was a big block.
Another homer pick.
I would say this is pretty important to the entire world. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they do the original blockade from 1916 to 1919? I think this one was a little bit more important. I think Nazi Germany was a little bit bigger of a threat. So I feel like that naval blockade, primarily naval, like really cut off supply and was really important to winning World War II. And that's why I think it's like one of the biggest blocks in
It's the
history.
sexier blockade.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is. And this might be recency bias for me, but my number 1 block of all time, Legos. Like, I know
God,
there's going to be some
bro.
argument with this, but Legos, just huge. Big blocks, like,
Legos was like my childhood. It's my
Exactly.
kids' childhood. that's a lot of blocks.
It's a
All
little
in
bit
one
of a
block.
nostalgia pick here, but I do think Lego needs to be on the biggest in the history of the best blocks of all time. I think Lego deserves to be on.
Oh man,
All right.
was this a competition?
I don't know. We should put out, this maybe as
You won.
a draft.
You won.
I just think Adam was like,
He's just so narrow-minded. Like, and he just like this is like every pick he picked was
You know
within
what?
the
No.
last 30 years.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand for this. If you guys want to play it that way, here's what we're gonna do. I get to change my top 2 picks. First of all, I'm keeping Giannis on Aiden.
okay,
That's getting slit down to number 2 or to
Okay.
number 3.
okay,
So we're dropping down one for that. My top 2, number 1, because I'm mad at you, I am going to do the holiest site in Islam, which is the Kaaba or the Kaaba. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but it's that big black box.
okay,
It's a good block.
yeah,
And I think that it counters your first block very, very well.
okay.
Number 2, Great Wall of China. Better block,
A lot of good blocks in there.
better block
Yeah, but they are deteriorating.
than the
Yeah.
German blockade. Look how long they've been on this earth. 1. 2. What other blocks can you see from space? Done.
Great Pyramid of Giza, but yeah, some good blocks there.
Oh, did you bring that one up? I
No,
didn't think so.
I had the better
No,
block.
he brought bigger blocks.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was some good on the fly adjustment from you, but
And I stand by my third.
okay.
Do I get to pick?
Yeah.
Can I get my pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Senior year,
Yeah.
Samantha Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Her friend Betsy,
Mhm.
cock blocked me, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Biggest cock block of my life.
So that's a big block.
That's a pretty big block. I do remember my.
Oh yeah,
ex-girlfriend
and you
blocking
can
me
see
in high
that
school.
one from space as well.
But a lot of girls block you, Josh. So that's not really.
That's true.
He's just mad he lost the block contest.
Yeah.
I was misled. I was walked down a path that wasn't fair to me, wasn't fair to the listeners.
All I said was best blocks in history, man.
My favorite part is I've known about this for the last 5 hours.
We had the side text.
You guys are dead to me.
This is the new world we live in, where like no matter who you're talking to or what group chat, there are subgroup chats
Yeah.
talking about you without you.
Exactly.
It's sad,
Adam hates
but
it. Right
fun.
now. Adam, you have a clip for us. You have something new for us, right?
I'm good.
You have a Stephen A. Smith. You want to hit that after the break, or
Something resurfaced today. It's not recent, but it's an interview that Snoop had with Stephen A. Smith.
okay?
So he's interviewing him. He's asking like
Snoopy?
hot or cold. That was his first question.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith is like, I'm not sure what you mean. And
What?
yeah, and he's like hot or cold. So he's like hot, and then he's like I can't remember the next thing he asked him, but he takes a pick, and then he has a third question, and that's where the video picks up.
Okay.
Danny, if you want to roll it.
And we'll get that prepared for you guys. I'm
Give
just still
Josh some
caught up in
time.
those blocks, dude. That was Josh, you freaking killed it, bro.
I just thought, with all of human history to consider, like how I'd put forth, it was bigger than the NBA at some points.
It was bigger
Ass
than all
with
of us.
titties. Always. That's true. I'm gonna answer that. I mean, I know I'm associated with Walt Disney, but damn it, everybody knows that I'm a bottom feeder.
Okay.
I mean, we all know that.
Bottoms up.
All right.
Bottom feeder.
Bottoms up.
So that's not new, but I think that it's worth discussing.
Yeah.
It's something that I wanted to bring to you guys.
I'd actually heard this clip before.
How do you think Disney feels about that?
I think Walt Disney was probably a bottom feeder as well, so I think it's all right.
Okay. All right. And how do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm a bottom feeder, so
You're a bottom feeder. Danny?
I feed at night, dog.
yeah.
Feeder night. Interesting. Okay.
Catfish.
Yeah.
Nighttime feeders.
No, I do wonder, like, out of all the NBA analysts, then, like, who is the titties man? I think Ernie Johnson.
Yeah.
Ernie Johnson.
Ernie Johnson.
just wants a chick with
Who's
some
the guy they just fired?
Chris Paul. Or no, Paul Pierce.
Yeah, Paul Pierce likes some titties.
Yeah.
For
No, Paul Pierce likes everything.
Right.
But I'm saying Ernie Johnson specifically, old white man, is just like, just give me some big old tits to put in my face. Like, just a flat ass and big old tits, Classic. Classic white
Another
man.
controversial thing Stephen A. just said, and this was
few weeks ago.
No, this was like yesterday.
Oh, okay.
He said that Khris Middleton should be in the conversation for Finals MVP.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
And if he's not, like,
We riot.
he's
Exactly.
right. Yeah, he should be. Horseface killer.
I love
Yeah.
I love when fan bases threaten to riot.
We'll fucking riot.
Oh, I love
We'll
that.
destroy our own city. We don't care.
Burn it.
Nobody riots like fan bases
You're right.
for no reason. 100%. All right, should we hit a break and come back
I
afterwards?
think we hit a little break here. Yeah, did we have... I think we had a special clip.
Yeah.
It was deleted from the supercut of
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2.
Mhm.
I'm
and
hoping it makes the DVD extras. Though.
I think it was supposed to be like the last scene of the movie.
Oh, we riot.
If
Like the new Batman or the Justice League
Suicide Squad?
Zack Snyder cut. We want it. The fan base demands it.
Mm-hmm.
They will provide it.
So this is the Snyder cut of Space Jam.
Cool. All right.
What's up, bitch? He's banging LeBron James now.
So Danny, our producer, who also orchestrates any and all animations, did you expect us to come away from the new Space Jam with a new appreciation for LeBron James? Is that what that kind of might be indicative of? That little clip you made for us there?
No, what I came away with this whole thing was that once again you guys had a viewing party and I was not included. Well, I am here at the castle slaving away on your clips.
Yeah. So the only issue with that, and yes, like that's why we don't invite you to things, is because we want you slaving away. But
I mean, as a podcaster, I get it. As a friend, you know.
Yeah.
the problem is, you should know by now that we're not going to come away from any situation pro LeBron.
The weird thing, Danny, is I asked Adam, I was like, Danny didn't want to come, and Adam
I
said,
didn't even hit him up.
no, Adam said he invited you, and you said you didn't want to come?
That never happened.
Whoa.
You want to explain yourself, sir?
You got kids, man. You know, I just
Yeah, I do have kids.
No,
And
but
this
you
is
would've-
which is a great reason why I wouldn't mind getting out from time to time.
You would have
know?
been able to make it over last night at 9:30, though, right?
No, not at all.
Ah, okay. You're right. You were right. You're
But
right.
you had no way of knowing that.
An
I didn't
invite
want
would have
you
been
to have
nice.
FOMO. I didn't want you to have FOMO.
I have
like,
FOMO. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
You actually gave a title to this feeling that I've
Yeah,
had.
you never knew
my
the title
entire
of
life.
FOMO.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was something more, it's pretty close to something else. That's
Yeah.
all. But no, you guys gave me like a title to this anxiety that I've had my
Yes.
entire life. So.
Yeah.
It's not just you.
So you know that I have this fear of missing out,
Yes.
and you still choose to not even let me know.
And LeBron James had the fear of missing out on a blockbuster movie called Space Jam. So he made it. And Adam, what do you think?
About Space Jam
Space Jam
2.
Yeah, what do you think about Space
The
Jam 2?
re-Space Jamming.
The re-Space Jam, yes.
I think it was it was good for a kids movie.
It does feel weird like reviewing a kids movie.
Yeah.
First off, I'll just say that any critics out there that just review I don't really like that. I think you should focus group kids and
Yeah.
have them review the movie. I think that's the most fair way.
Nobody asked us though, to be fair.
Exactly. And we're a comedy podcast, so we're going to make jokes.
Yeah. So to open that up in
Yes.
that stream of consciousness, first of all,
Yes.
spoiler alert.
Okay,
We're gonna
100%.
ruin this movie.
Definitely. If you haven't seen the movie, if you want to see the movie, go see the movie, I guess. Like,
skip forward.
It's on HBO.
Yeah, it's
We
free.
have no way of or interest in putting timestamps in this.
No.
So
Hit us up, and we'll give you our HBO password
Yes.
so that you can watch
Mhm.
Space Jam 2, the re-Space Jamming.
Hit up.
I'm gonna be canceling mine soon because I only got it to watch Mortal Kombat.
You can get
So
on the
if you hit me
OnlyFans
up in the
plan.
next 30 days,
Okay.
you got the
There you
hookup.
go.
We'll set you up with the OnlyFans account.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get the OnlyFans family plan. The
first-
only family plan.
The first 10 people to hit us up.
for sure. So anyway, LeBron in
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2 opens it up within the first 10 minutes dressed as Robin, which is
From Batman?
So
Robin.
He's-
the sidekick.
they go to a whole bunch of Warner Brothers movies, and he's dressed as Robin. So he finally admits he finally admits I'm taking this, as he finally admits he's Robin on the Heat with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade was Batman, and he was Robin, right?
I think he just knows that no matter what situation he's in, he is the Robin to the
Mhm.
Batman that he casts.
Yeah.
So like now he's got so much acclaim from the media, from his appearances in movies, whether
Yep.
it be his own shitty kids movie or Amy Schumer's movie that
Mhm.
was much more successful because
Somebody-
it featured him less. But what I found interesting about this movie was that about 3 days into shooting, they realize, shit, LeBron can't act worth a fuck. What we're gonna need to do is just animate this whole motherfucker.
Is that why it's animated?
It's
okay.
all animated because LeBron cannot act.
Okay, here's the thing. I saw just today actually. Some girl on my Facebook posted, saw the new Space Jam movie. I thought it was great. He had some cringy moments, but forgive him. It's his first movie. And I said, no,
Nope.
it's not.
It's
Yeah.
not.
I don't
It's
even
not.
follow, but I know he was in that Amy Schumer.
He's
was it
been in
Trainwreck?
multiple movies. Trainwreck.
Anything with Amy
among
Schumer is a
others.
train wreck.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Anyway, not a great showing from LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron James was such a bad actor in Space Jam 2. What, they have to animate 75% of the movie?
Yeah.
At least?
I hate the fact that it comes down to though, like even like celebrity fights. As long as they made a lot of money, they won.
Yeah. No,
So
definitely.
he didn't, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he didn't as like an art form
People watched
succeed,
it.
but it doesn't matter because art doesn't matter when it comes to money.
Because we watched it.
And also, by no means was Michael Jordan a good actor in
No,
Space Jam.
I've watched that back in my older years, and it is cringe.
But he's still, like, I don't know, there's something a little bit more endearing about it.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is also the GOAT.
I mean, that helps.
Other notable appearances in the movie:
Ernie Johnson.
Ernie Johnson.
Mhm.
Yep, as announcer extraordinaire. Only fitting.
It was insane that he was the first one to figure out that, like, they were in a computer universe. Like, an old white guy would be the last person. He'd be the most confused.
Yeah.
He'd be like, is this purgatory
Oh, he'd
now?
have a stroke.
Yeah.
Is this the Matrix?
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on him, but like, he'd
Yeah.
have a stroke before he'd figure out that it was a.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be something that pisses off people who haven't seen it, but is greatly appreciated by those who have. The whole movie is about LeBron letting his kids
Be who they
follow
are.
their own dreams. Meanwhile, he didn't let any of his actual kids be in the movie
Mhm.
because they needed to stick to basketball. Danny, how do you feel about that? Being a father, what is your take on LeBron's kind of flip-floppy treatment, on stage or on screen, so to speak, and in real life?
Well, that's acting.
Okay.
But I will say that, like, I'm sure every man, all men have always thought of, like, if I did my movie, about my life, you get, like, the hot wife. You know
Certain
what I mean?
things you can change.
And you could tell her, like, it's because you can't act, honey. She's a professional actor. This is like, it's a production. They're
It's
not going
what
to pay
she
you.
does.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But to do that to your kids,
Mm-hmm.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
The fact that
I mean,
like
wanting to be in a scene or two with Margot Robbie is wanting to be in a scene or two with
Oh,
Margot
God.
Robbie.
Is she in that movie? Is she in Space Jam 2?
No,
Oh, okay. What are you talking about?
Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
just
I guess it's
in
always a
general.
good time to talk about Margot
I
Robbie.
think what Adam is saying is LeBron James's long con of being an actor is just to be in a movie with Margot Robbie.
I think that's definitely part of it.
It's
The
like the
problem
Adele
is,
thing
like,
from earlier.
the problem is he was so bad in this movie that I want to say, like, stick to
Yeah.
basketball. But he's clearly already depreciating to a point where he needs to find a new hobby.
Yes.
Acting cannot be that hobby. Clearly.
And so, back to the movie itself. And so not to pick apart Space Jam 2, but there was a moment where like people were sucked from their phones like into this universe, right?
Yep.
And there were like flight attendants, there were firemen,
Cops.
cops. So it's just like, how many deaths did that cause? Like, was there drivers of a car that were sucked in their phone that just splat right into a wall, into the next car, just right into the intersection? Were there drivers of a plane that just went right into a side of a mountain, Who's to know the damage that was actually caused by people
Should
being
we
sucked in their
make
phone?
that
I
cut?
think we need to make that cut.
I feel like we have the tools to present exactly what you just described.
exactly. I agree.
Here's my thing. If you're going to make a sequel,
Yes,
make it larger and better than the original. Correct?
they
You
did
gotta
that.
go big.
They did that.
I disagree. Do you want to
Okay.
know why?
Yes.
Michael Jordan needed help to win when he was playing or when he was in Space Jam.
Yes.
He had his, special stuff. He had the Toon Squad
The
around
special
him.
stuff. What was
Yep.
that? Was it just water?
It was steroids.
Okay.
Clearly.
Oh, it was
steroids.
because I
Yeah.
was thinking of South Park. Remember when Butters was packaging his special stuff? And
Different special stuff.
Yeah.
A little more nefarious.
but maybe
And maybe it was Butter special stuff. So this is detracting. We need to stay on focus. Michael used only the resources that every good athlete uses. His
Yeah.
team
Yes.
and a little bit of steroids.
Yep.
A little bit of Anabol to just
or
fucking
jizz.
juice things up.
Yep.
And or, does that look like spit to you? LeBron James needed the Goon Squad to help him win.
Yeah. Let's.
If it weren't for the point guard, the unnamed point guard from the Goon Squad, throwing a power up at LeBron James's
No.
foot,
First off, let's just get back to this. This is one of my largest points from the movie.
validate my finding.
Oh no, definitely. No,
Thank
this
you.
was in my notes. I can show you. LeBron James, in classic LeBron James fashion during Space Jam 2, needed to recruit the best player from the opposing team in order to win.
He did.
Now, it could be argued that Dame Time was the best player, but he didn't score the most points at the time. Maybe LeBron would have recruited him if given the opportunity.
Yeah.
But in order to win, LeBron James needed to recruit the best player, his son, from the other team in order to win.
Not his actual son, though.
His son in the movie.
Oh no, yeah, his fake son.
Well, that was my one point, though. It's like, yeah, you don't want to rob your kid of an experience, but we're talking about, like, if it was just a B movie, but we're talking about Space Jam.
Yeah.
Like, you robbed your kids of the legacy
Yes.
of Space Jam.
Well, that's the thing. They need to become incredible basketball players
Yeah.
before they earn the right to be in movies.
Mm-hmm. Just like he did.
Yeah.
And I had our analytics department. Brandon, he's not here today, but he crunched the numbers. Thank you, Brandon. MJ went 22 for 22 in Space Jam 1.
Okay.
LeBron James went 4 from 5. So
That's
that
true. He
makes
missed
me,
a shot.
Yeah. That makes me think that even the studios and producers and writers know MJ's the GOAT,
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron took a quarter of the shots.
Exactly.
Go figure it out.
And this makes me who was the true MVP of the Toon Squad?
Not LeBron.
I would argue that who scored the most points? I think it was the Roadrunner. Wile E. Coyote set up that whole contraption for him, and then Roadrunner was just bah, 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 bah,
I'm
launching
giving
him.
it to Wiley because Wiley brought out the shot Matic or
Okay.
whatever it is,
Okay.
and he set him up. So
I think a case could be made for Bugs as well.
Wiley himself was scored
That's true.
15 plus times.
Exactly. But I think besides those two, a case could be made for Bugs as well for hitting the final shot. I just don't know. Obviously, LeBron James is like, he's not even in the conversation for MVP here. I don't know.
But are we surprised?
I'm not too surprised.
Josh, who's the best player on the Lakers?
I mean, Anthony Davis, right?
Thank you. Yeah, Anthony Davis. Why would LeBron be the best player on the Toon Squad? Just
So
because they're all 4'2", like, it's
Yeah.
really not changing much.
But you did bring up Anthony Davis, and that makes me wonder, did he have to get permission to make the brow joke?
Oh, yeah, he made fun of the brow. Told him
Yeah.
his brows need to have a separation. It's pretty great.
I'm assuming this guy has a unibrow.
Oh, he is the brow.
Yeah,
known
he's
as
called the brow.
in the league.
So
James Harden is the beard.
Okay.
Anthony Davis is the brow.
Yeah.
Because he's got the brow.
He's got one brow.
Yeah.
And so LeBron, and he like carried LeBron James last year to a championship.
Yeah.
So and
Tried-
LeBron James is
Tried to carry him
making
this
fun
year.
of him.
Got injured as fuck trying to carry him this year. And LeBron takes shots at the only reason that he got a championship last year. Anyway, real classy shit from LeBron James as usual.
But with like Space Jam 2, like the one thing I'll have to say is I'm so nostalgic for Looney Tunes that carried me through the movie.
You enjoyed it.
I
was
didn't.
mad at how much you enjoyed the movie.
I did. I really enjoyed the movie.
And it pissed me off.
Yeah.
We watched it together, and I almost wish that I had invited Danny over instead.
Yeah. I think
I'm
Danny
just
might
gonna
enjoy
say
the
it.
movie too with this.
You know,
with this film.
I wouldn't have been able to come, but I could at least had the like pride aspect where I could have said, I choose not to come.
They
Yes.
invited me.
It wasn't even an option for me.
It was about they invited me.
But luckily, we did have one of the most unbiased parties with us, Adam.
True. My wife was there.
Yeah.
She
Who I've never even met.
That's on you. You never leave the house.
I'm never invited to leave the house, but I probably couldn't make it anyway.
We'll send you empty invitations all day long if you want.
Send it to my email.
Okay.
That's the best place to send things I may or may not look at.
Perfect. We'll do that from here on out.
But as an unbiased person, if I recall correctly, she hated the movie.
Not a big fan.
She
Yeah.
despised it. I don't think she was much of a Toons fan either. So it's
But
like
I did. Like I you know, she had the right opinion on this matter.
Yeah. I mean, especially as an adult. Don Cheadle as Al G. Rhythm.
Questionable.
He did really well in moments, but
Questionable.
yeah.
Just questionable.
And he's like, I mean, considered a legit, actor.
He's a legit
so-
actor. He made LeBron look better with how bad he looked.
As the rapper of the group, Danny, what if I were to tell you that Porky Pig had a little like rap montage where he was the notorious P.I.G. and he fucking crushed it.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would expect nothing less from that. I mean, I was going to ask that too earlier because, like, when I was making that animation, I was heavily thinking of MJ and Bugs Bunny doing the I'm bugging. Or something. Who says the bunny can't rap? You're bugging.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they got to have one of those for this movie.
Exactly.
So it wasn't Bugs this time. I thought he was going to get like a remix, so it was Porky Pig.
It was Porky.
That's way more enjoyable, though.
And it was good.
Yeah.
'Cause he's got the stutter.
Yeah.
And it was
And that
perfect.
would be, like as a writer, that would be really hard to incorporate that into the writing process.
Definitely.
The stutter.
So in summation, I think the cheesiness of this movie was only matched and surpassed by the ease it was to predict what was going on.
It was a very predictable
It's
movie.
made for children, sure, but we kind of knew it was going to come around the corner.
Oh,
of the next,
definitely.
The entire time we were watching.
When we were watching and like he's like, I found Michael Jordan at halftime. I found Michael Jordan at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, you called it out. I was almost about to take credit.
I get credit for this one.
You were expecting me to take
I
credit.
get credit for this one.
Yeah.
Dude, if you would have taken credit for that, I swear to God, I would have fucking wrecked these cameras, taken my microphone with me, and gotten the fuck out of here.
Okay, so Michael Jordan showed up at halftime.
Yeah.
But, Adam, you said...
I said it was going to be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and it was Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
He walks in the locker room at half.
It's so weird, too. Like, sometimes when I'm watching a movie in the movie theater and it's coming, I'm like, I think this is what's going to happen. And then it does happen. it's like, but I'm just the viewer.
Yeah, you're a little disappointed.
Because, like, I thought you were going to be smart enough to outsmart me. But
M.
you
Night
chose not to.
Shyamalan me at least once here.
Right.
You know, I came to the theater for you, and you can't throw me one curveball.
So, in regards to LeBron James, real quick, in regards to LeBron James being such a bad actor in Space Jam, it makes me wonder how many takes they had to do. Did they make him do multiple takes? Because part of me thinks that maybe the director or whatever was so intimidated, he just did like a take or two, and they were like, "Yeah, it's good, it's good." Like maybe it could have been better with.
Or it was like, this is the best we're going to get.
Yeah, maybe it was like.
Yeah, I mean, it's lunch.
Yeah, maybe it was like 40 takes, and it's like he's done the same thing each time.
Yeah, I think after like 40 or 50 takes, they decided, like, you know what, LeBron, just go practice for the Olympics. Like, we know that this isn't really a focus for you. You don't really care about this. Just, you know,
Yeah.
go prepare for something that you're cut out.
Well, one, he's not going to go to the Olympics. It's
No,
Space
but
Jam
it
is
was a
such big
better
thing.
it was a better use of his time.
For real.
I mean, they could have just animated the whole thing and had
Yeah.
him like voice over a couple clips.
When I first saw the heaviness of the animation, I was really surprised because
Oh, it was really good animation.
was Michael Jordan in the original? Was he ever animated?
No,
I know he went into the animation world
no, he was
I think
never.
momentarily they animated it.
because he was doing because he was like getting all
Yeah, he was
in the very
long and
beginning
shit,
when he
right.
first met Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
for like 30 seconds.
just to prove this is the world you're in. Now,
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
thing.
I really feel like a marketing in Space Jam 2, I feel like there was a marketing little bit of mishap where they didn't actually come out with the Suns video game. Like if they were to have launched a video game along with the movie, come on, that would have gotten some downloads. Even if it's just like a Rocket League $5.99 type. I think there was something there, right? Am I wrong?
Dom ball.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of Dom ball, something fun.
Yep.
How hard is that to create?
They should have.
They definitely should have.
Yeah.
An
that's
app,
that's
dude?
a misfire.
An app goes fucking crazy
To
these
go
days.
along with a video game. Well,
I
what
mean,
it
you've
is,
only had 20 years to like plan for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you've only seen Kim Kardashian do this shit like time after time. Maybe take a notebook out of her.
gotta be careful about marketing to kids, and that's thanks to Kim Kardashian and
That's-
cigarettes.
That's true.
All right, well,
You got a little bit of a story here, don't you?
man,
You don't want to tell it?
I don't know. I had a week.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my week, Danny?
No. Yeah, I haven't seen you since last week because I wasn't invited to anything.
So this might have been like Tuesday evening of last week. No, it was probably Thursday.
It was
like
Thursday
closer to the
evening
end
of
the week.
last week because you wanted me to go play frolf with you, and you were angry I didn't.
I wanted you to go play disc
Oh, you
golf.
weren't invited to something? Is
No,
what
he
it
was, and he,
Oh, okay.
he denied the invite.
So you still don't understand my pain.
Dude, get over it.
It's hard.
Yeah, so instead of going disc golfing with Josh,
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store with the wife to get some food for dinner. On my way back from the grocery store with food, I hear like this thud hit my car. I pull over, I get out, and I'm like, that's dog shit. There's dog shit that has just flown from a horizontal trajectory at the side view mirror of my car.
Damn. Hit your window? Hit your window at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It splattered onto
yeah.
it had been tossed.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn around, I'm like, oh, there's got to be some kids that like threw some shit at I'm gonna go like
Yell
either
some
yell at
kids.
them or knock on the front door and be like, hey, kids are throwing shit out back. Like maybe
Yeah.
do something about that.
Exactly.
It's in a like suburban neighborhood, you
Mhm.
know. Sure enough, instead of a kid, I see a grown man walking out of a backyard wearing gloves, carrying a bucket.
Uh-huh.
Like fucking brown-handed as could possibly be.
Yeah.
So I like throw my car into park, I roll my window down, and I'm like, hey buddy, I just got hit by shit from your backyard, you know? And he goes, no way. No, couldn't have been. And I'm like, really? Because I have a hard time believing that your dogs are capable of throwing shit from the backyard. He goes like, it must have been bird shit or something. I'm like, bird shit, dude? The only thing like
I can attest that Adam I remember one time when we worked together, we went to a work retreat, and we were at like a ball game.
Yeah.
And some guy was like spilling beer on you or something like that, and you had no problem just saying, "Are we gonna have a problem here?"
Yes.
It was so blatant.
I'm
like,
ready for a fight. You know,
it's funny because like I don't even know if you could have taken the guy or not, but like your confidence made me believe that you thought.
This
you
is
could.
why I need to be with Adam at all moments.
I'm ready to go.
Because I need to be there to fight for his lawn.
Yeah, because I'll go down.
Yeah.
I know I will, but I'm gonna go down. That's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna. So yeah, this guy has the fucking balls
Audacity.
to tell me that a bird shit on my car, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, usually bird shit is not brown, chunky, and flying this way.
Yeah.
You know, like it generally drops from above. The only thing more black and white than bird shit is the fact that you fucking threw this at my car, dude.
Why did he do it though?
He's lazy as fuck. Anyway, like the guy.
So wait, was it you just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong type or
I
wrong
think
time type
this
of
dude was
situation?
waiting for a car to go by.
Really?
Because I circled the
Really?
block. I circled the block, and first I turned around and then circled the block.
Yeah.
So I went like around the block so that I was basically doing like a square to come up on the other side of the house. And then he's coming out. He thinks he's in the fucking clear.
I have an alternative theory.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is based on firsthand experience. Adam can drive like a straight up asshole.
Okay. Okay.
He it's scary. I'm not saying that I don't trust you, but I am scared when you were flying like 90 on the interstate. Because we would leave for work for a 30-minute break, and we would go at least an hour away distance.
We
and
get
somehow
lost.
make it back.
That's not my fault. We
So
got
if
lost.
you were circling the neighborhood, that's plenty of reason for him to say, "Oh, look at this asshole! Here he comes again."
Okay, first of all, the circling came after I was hit with shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me make that abundantly clear. I was driving with my wife in the car. That's precious cargo. I was going near the speed limit.
Nobody throws shit at his car when his wife's in it. You hear me, Danny?
So I had to go toe to toe with him.
Yeah, let me first say I'm totally on your side. 100% on your side. Telling on some kids though, a little bit of a narc move.
Throwing shit at a car.
I must say, I think, and I can say this as a grown man, that I would beat some underage ass.
Okay.
I
feel like their parents are gonna beat their ass, and if their parents are present, then I would bypass the kids and then beat their ass.
There we go.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? In front of the kids.
Yeah.
Because it's double whammy. Because now not only did I beat your parents up, but now you have to live with knowing that your dad just got his ass kicked.
You shamed their parents.
But if the
which is
kids were
almost
just
worse.
there and there's no cameras or witnesses, I'm gonna do society a favor.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're gonna teach them a lesson.
And I was good enough to try to go to the parents first.
Definitely.
That's the big thing.
So,
For me.
what do we hope that karma happens to this guy?
I don't know about karma. I know his name's Keith.
Yeah.
And we'll put his address in the description of the podcast
Yeah, sure.
so that anybody who wants to can
Yeah.
send him, whatever you want.
All I know is as I'm driving by this guy's house every time I come over to your place, I'm just taking my gum out, tossing it right on that driveway.
In the
It's
famous
something,
words,
it's something, right? He gets gum on his shoe. That's no good.
it's hard to get out.
That's a
But
rough
in the
one.
famous words
So
of
you went
Forrest Gump,
from I'm going to
shit
beat this
happens.
guy's ass to I'm going to throw
Yeah.
gum on his driveway.
Oh, I'd much rather my ass be beaten than having gum on my shoe like consistently.
See,
It's-
Adam's
it's
thinking
just-
more of like a Sunny in Philadelphia. He wants to like go back and fuck up his taxes.
Yeah.
You know, like do some future damage.
I like
no,
that.
I'm thinking like gun fever at Sunny in Philadelphia is what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking we should like put a little bit of like Adderall or something. We should get him addicted to a drug slowly and dependent on that, and then just watch him come down from it. That's an idea. If we're talking about slow play.
This guy doesn't even care about his friends.
What?
Well, my shitty week just got shittier, so I think that's where we end it. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm
Yes.
sorry that I couldn't have supportive friends to make you feel better about your shitty week.
He's just really mad about the block.
Yeah,
the
we
history
didn't.
block.
Are we
thing.
gonna do the?
You didn't
dumb-
even back me up after you dumped on me twice this episode.
Are we gonna?
Well,
I've already
Adam
been
got-
dumped on once this week.
Josh got to me first.
Yeah.
That's all. If you had got to me before he got to me, I would have been on your
100%.
side.
Where's your bid, Adam?
Listen,
What? Do we want to do the dumb debate now, or are we going to do it separately?
We'll do it separately.
Okay.
The day that I come to you with a joke at one of my dear friend's expenses,
Oh my god.
strike me down, for I am the devil.
Real quick.
I bet next week you will be the devil.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Real quick, with Adam's rock and his white shirt, doesn't he kind of look like a youth pastor?
What?
A youth pastor? With like the...
He does, like the edge. He's the one that, like, he gets the edgier.
Exactly.
I need more tattoos for that, don't you think?
Like, you could skateboard and worship Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Kickflips for Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus is rad.
I'm just hoping you're wearing my belt black. It's just like, you must pray every day.
And you got Mona Lisa behind you, so
Yeah.
you seem like more of a traditional... Anyway.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the OnlyFans podcast. No nudes, just NBA nudes.
Let's get some nudes next time. I bet we'd get way more followers if we should. Not our nudes, but we could just pull some shit off the internet.
Oh,
Only your nudes.
There isn't going to be a next time.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
I was going to say this was going to happen because it's going to become a competition to one up, and then eventually someone's going to cross the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay hard.
Didn't take
Stay
long.
hard.